Hey everybody, welcome back to EO Real Talk. I'm Lindsey.
I'm Jen.
And we're here to talk to you about how we've used essential oils, if we've used essential oils, doTERRA products since the last time we met. How about you, Jennifer?
Just a few.
Just a few?
Every hour. I use my oils all day, every day. My oils.
I have a couple things that I was like, oh man, that really works. Like my first grader came screaming down the stairs last night, 2 nights ago, with leg pains, you know, when they're growing and their legs are just like aching and they just are hysterical. And we rubbed deep blue all over him and he was asleep in my bed, unfortunately, but asleep just a couple minutes later.
Great night's sleep right there.
Yeah, that was good. And then
he slept great. Did you?
He slept great, and I watched him sleep great. Just weirdly hovering over him. I was actually, like, displaced. Like, what do I do now? I was just stand here. He took my place. Do not poke the bear. I will not move him.
Don't know where he wants to go.
Yeah. And then are your kids scared of Halloween? Like, my kids, I have a couple kids who are, like,
terrified of it?
Traumatized by it.
No, I've done a pretty good job of yelling him that and creating enough scary experience for them that Halloween's nothing. It's just business as usual.
No, they walk home from school and they walk past all these creepy houses. And then at night, at like 9 o'clock at night, they're like,
sleep.
Ugh! They see all these visions of horror or whatever it is on the way home from school. Chucky dolls. And Anyway, so I've been pumping balance into their rooms, especially one of them. And then one night I went up there, Sweet Thing was just bawling in his bed at midnight. I'm so scared, Mom. I'm just so scared. And I was like, okay. So he said, can you get me the sleeping pills? Which I was like, whoa, we don't do that. Like, let's not get crazy. But he was talking about the little Serenity Soft Gels.
Yeah, you can give those to your kids. You
oh
can
my
give
gosh.
them one. Did you give him one?
Yes, and he has been taking them. He's like, I want to keep these in my bathroom. And after I brush my teeth, I'm going to take 2 every night before I go to bed.
So how old is he?
He is 11.
Yeah. So they can totally do, with my kids, I just do the half a dose, so maybe just one. Mm-hmm. And then if they're really struggling, the Copaiba is really relaxing as well. And even the adaptive soft gels.
I haven't tried those because they're a little bit bigger.
Oh, and he has a hard time swallowing them.
I don't know if he can do those. But
yeah. And
then, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm starting to develop I think I'm on the end of a head cold. So I was giving a presentation this week. The morning before, I frantic text Jen at like 6 something in the morning. Emergency! My throat is so sore. I can't even speak words. So it obviously is not sore now because I'm yelling at you. But she was like, do not stress. Sent me a list of oils, make a little spray. That worked great.
So what did you put in your spray exactly?
Oh, don't ask me on the fly. I don't know. That's why I have it in my phone. Oregano?
Yes, so you can get like a spray bottle. If you've ever ordered doTERRA's hand sanitizer, this is a great way to repurpose that sanitizer bottle if you don't want to throw it away.
So true.
So, for me, if there's like a little bit extra in there, I'll just, quick sanitize everybody's hands on the fly or the counters or knobs or whatever.
Or just walk through it.
Or walk through and spray my house. But then what you can do is you can fill it up with some water. You can do like a drop of oregano. Oregano is super good for your immune system.
Yeah.
And what I like about oregano is that so many things have mutated. So it's like you might figure out a solution for the illness that you have and then it mutates slightly. Oregano can usually outsmart what's mutating. So it's really good for your immune system. And then you can add in some On Guard. So I was going to look through my texts to you, but that would take,
you have to go back like 15 yards because it's been a couple days.
So, but you could do fill up that little spray bottle with water, On Guard. You could do some tea tree. Oregano would really be good.
I think I put frankincense
and
in
then frankincense solves every problem in my life. So I always add in frankincense. Frank, that's what we call frankincense. So
when in doubt, frank it out. I actually hate it when people say that. But I just said it to you.
Never heard that before. I've heard when in doubt, use frankincense.
Okay, well, I just made it weird. All right, so I did that, and then I had honestly 4 cups of piping hot cinnamon and orange tea.
But did you
like
die?
Herbal tea. I did not die. I actually enjoyed it. I put maybe too much honey in it, and a drop of On Guard.
That
And
makes
it was
it so
nice.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes it so good. On Guard has, if you haven't tried On Guard before, really nice fall spices in there.
Yes.
So it just fits in with the fall theme. So there's some clove, there's some cinnamon, there's some orange, and all of those have really good supportive benefits for your immune system.
Plus it's yummy.
And it's yummy, and then it's like what's tasting good is helping you, unlike my Diet Coke habit. I mean, I drink like three.
I don't think I've ever seen you drink a Coke.
Well, like 3 a year. Is that a habit?
No, that's a treat. That's a wedding cake. I don't know. Like, not very often. Anyway, I just sat there with the tea like this for most of the time, just basically diffusing it into my nostrils.
It's great that you could use it two different ways.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
How else do we use?
Should we tell them about the salt cave?
Oh my gosh, you guys, we had the coolest experience. Go ahead.
So Lindsey invited me to a salt cave. I've actually been to one before, so I was really excited about it.
I'd never been.
Until we arrived. And I was in the car, and Lindsey had gotten in my car with me, and I was like, is that somebody in a bathrobe in there? And then I was worried people were going to get naked. And then I realized...
It's not that kind of a party.
And then I realized that it was somebody just wearing like a long sweater.
Yes.
And then I realized
and it was super cute.
And this is how rumors get started. So nobody was naked. Everybody was fully clothed.
It was super normal.
It was super normal. But you walk into this cave that has Himalayan salt blocks.
Like bricks.
Bricks.
They were staggered
and then
bricks.
they have lights behind them. And then
So
they
pretty.
infuse or blow salt particles into the air. So there's a ton of health benefits for salt. Like if you've ever been in an ocean and you've got a cut or something's bugging you or a hangnail, I always notice that it's less swollen and irritated after being in the salt because it disinfects it, even though it can sting a little bit.
This is how my mom feels about Epsom salt. She's like, you got a problem, Epsom salt can solve it. Put your feet right in there. It's fine. It's fine.
That's how I feel about frankincense.
Yes.
So yeah, it was really cool. And they had a couple of layers of salt on the ground. So they had some local Utah salt, Redmond salt maybe, that was really
I don't know.
fine.
I
And then
didn't
they
pay
had some pink. They had some pink. Ignore it, it will stop.
What's that? Can't hear you.
Then there was some pink Himalayan salt on top of that. So
like the beach. It felt like the beach.
it was really cool. And then again, they were diffusing the salt, or infusing, I don't know, blowing salt in the air. You couldn't see it though, so it wasn't like you were getting salt in your eyes, but it was a really cool experience. And one thing that I did before I went in there was I brought my handy dandy adaptive oil, because it was a place where you're meant to go and meditate, just relax, calm down, be grounded. And adaptive is so good for that. It's the calming blend. So before I went in, I decided to put on some adaptive because it's one of my favorite blends for just calming. It is doTERRA's newest blend for mood, adaptive.
I actually really like it. I don't
I'll
love
make
the
a heart
way
with it.
some of the mood oils smell, but man, this one is a good one. You're wearing it right now. I can smell it.
My heart.
Over your heart?
Yeah, I love adaptive. So I put this on, and I'll be honest, I have a good little dose of struggle to focus. Some people have names for it. We just say I struggle to focus. And that was a good oil to help me. I mean, I got through like 30 minutes of the 60-minute
really
thing
good.
without being fidgety, and that was a big deal for me. I just needed
Until
to
I
put more
started
on.
having a cough attack, and then I almost flipped over in the zero gravity chair, and she was like, I don't even know how to help you right now.
It was great. So adaptive was good, but we were calm through that process. 'Cause
Yes, we were.
Everyone was smelling some adaptive.
And I also like that the headache that I had for days before I was able to relax enough, focus enough to help that
Helped
go
you through
away.
it. Do you feel like it helped get rid of your scratchy throat too?
Absolutely, because I haven't had one since.
It's awesome.
I'll drink to that. Cheers.
Cheers. Do you know what we're drinking today? We're drinking pumpkin Creo brew. It's actually kind of good.
It's kind of bitter. If you don't love chocolate, you're like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
just
sure.
it's like a totally dark chocolate that has like some pumpkin spice, so it's good.
It is good.
Anyway, so
Goodish.
that was probably the highlight of my week this last week was the salt cave.
That was fun.
Mixed with some adaptive. It was
Liked
good.
it. What about you? How did you guys use essential oils this week? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get more Jenn and Lindsey in your inbox, notification. I don't know where those go.
Just
more of us.
It makes my day to see my own videos. Sometimes
I will actually send her a message and be like, oh my gosh, we're hilarious.
All right, like, subscribe, and leave us some comments.
Woo, it is bitter though. Okay.